From Madame Web to Furiosa to Borderlands, audiences have rejected numerous projects this year, and indeed, Hollywood is still reeling over how badly Joker Folie Deux flopped. No one thought there was any chance Wicked could fail though, but that was before Cynthia Erivo viciously and publicly attacked and collectively guilted the movie's own built-in audience over an avid fan making a fan poster as a token of hype and excitement. Erivo's response, however, did not go down well. On the contrary, it put a critical spotlight on not just her, but on the movie, and most recently on her co-star Ariana Grande, who was forced to respond to this whole ordeal. Let's see what she had to say, and the many reactions to Erivo's meltdown. Let's dive in. This video is sponsored by Bono. Fans have always made fan art and other fan projects as a tribute to the IPs they love, which you'd think would universally be considered a good thing. But when one fan photoshopped the movie poster of Wicked to look more like that of the iconic poster for the musical, Erivo lashed out, and directly at the movie's built-in target audience. That was a less than charitable overreaction, and we're about to explore the fallout of it. But before that, and on the topic of charity, as long-time viewers will know, I'm a strong proponent of giving back to veterans, as the sacrifice of American soldiers has even kept my country safe. Yet, as it stands, 1/3 of all adults experiencing homelessness in the US are veterans. Also, a great many people were affected by Hurricane Helene, while worldwide 1 in 8 children still face hunger due to poverty. And so, I've been looking for ways that we, as a community, can do something together. And it is to this end that I want to introduce you to Bono. Bono revolutionizes charitable donations and makes it super easy to support the causes that you truly care about. It takes less than a minute to set up. All you have to do is list the causes that align with your values and that you want to support, and how much you want to donate per month. Then Bono will do the rest, and select the most impactful and trustworthy charities for you. Bono is committed to transparency, so you can see the impact of your donation in weekly impact reports, which provide a quick and easy to digest report for all causes you donate to, as well as impact indicators. For instance, if your cause is to combat CO2 emissions, the impact indicator is the number of new trees planted. In your giving profile, you can manage and update your donation plan, and of course, when it's time to file your taxes, this is where you'll find your single yearly tax-deductible donation receipt for all the charities you support. Most importantly, however, Bono gives you the option to amplify your impact by bringing your friends, family, and wider circle, and that's what I want to do now. Times are rough for everybody, but you can start small, for as little as $5 per month, because when we pool our donations together, even that can make a huge difference. For veterans, the Midnight's Edge community can contribute towards financial relief and creating accessible homes, and each donor can help feed 12 military families for a week. In disaster aid, each donor can sponsor 6 family aid kits, and we can even work towards ending hunger, as each donor on average can provide 75 meals for people in need. Join me, and the Midnight's Edge community can make a real difference, even outside of championing common sense in entertainment. And I will of course keep you up to date with the real-world impact this community can make. So click the link in the description, or scan the QR code on screen right now and use my code MIDNIGHT to receive $5 towards your first donation with Bono, though that is for the first 50 people only, so sign up now. And with that, let's get back to Wicked and the reactions to Erivo's meltdown. The surefire way of knowing someone really stepped in it is if they're being called out by people on their side of the ideopolitical fence, who, under regular circumstances, should be in their corner backing them up, no matter what. In our previous video on this matter, we saw how John Campea expressed that Erivo attacking fans the way that she did was one of the worst PR blunders he had ever seen, though he still wasn't ready to equate it with the stars of Star Wars or Marvel attacking their audience, even if there is no difference. He did, however, speak to something else not covered in our previous video, namely his own level of excitement for Wicked in the aftermath of Erivo lashing out.
This is what I like in this situation on Two. I said this to Jonathan before the show. It's like you're at a casual get-together. 20, 30 people hanging out, eating some food, drinking, and all of a sudden one of the couples there gets into a fight with each other. And they start yelling at each other. And all of a sudden, what was a fun, enjoyable atmosphere is now poisoned. Now everybody's quiet. Now everybody's kind of looking around. What was a fun, entertaining gathering of people in an enjoyable afternoon is now deadly awkward and nobody wants to talk. To me, and I'm only speaking for myself, as a fan who for years now, I have been pumping this movie. I've been excited about these actresses in these roles. I've been excited about telling people that I think this looks so good and I think it's going to be huge. I'm just saying this for me. Cynthia Erivo has just killed it for me. It's just killed it for me. I'm not saying it should kill it for me. I'm not saying it shouldn't kill it for me. I'm just saying all my enthusiasm for this movie is now gone. It's gone. I'm not saying the movie's going to be bad. I'm not telling other people not to go see the movie. Nothing like that. I'm just saying for me personally now, Cynthia Erivo just ruined Wicked for me. I don't want to talk about the movie anymore. Because what if I say something that I'm excited about and I don't know, maybe in that one scene, Elphaba should have been wearing green instead of black. Am I going to get attacked next? Is she going to come after me? Saying, how dare you impose on my choices for color that I wear? I don't know. All I know now is that this Wicked dinner party is now an awkward, silent thing that I no longer want to be a part of. That smile I would get on my face whenever I'd think about Wicked and thinking about seeing Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo in this, playing their roles and singing their songs and all that kind of stuff, that enthusiasm I feel, it's gone now. Now it feels awkward. Now it feels weird. And it's like, fine, okay, you don't want us talking about your movie? Fine. I will respect your choice. You don't want me talking about your movie? I won't talk about your movie anymore. I won't tell people how excited I've been. I won't tell people how great the CinemaCon presentations were. I won't tell people about how I think this is going to exceed everybody's expectations. You don't want us talking? Fine, I won't talk. I'll wait till your movie comes out and the reviews come out and we'll talk about that when news happens. Other than that, I'm done. You don't want us talking? I'm done talking.
So yeah, nice going, Cynthia Erivo. What your fragile ego brought your production was no more free advance press from one of the most seasoned online movie pundits there is. But I mentioned Ariana Grande, because Erivo didn't just shine a spotlight on herself. No, however, inadvertently, she called attention to Ariana Grande as well, bringing even more negative attention to the production. And this goes way beyond the sphere of movie punditry. Never mind the more conservative commentators, who obviously are having a field day with this. Let's see what the ultra-progressive political channel, the Young Turks, had to say, and if this whole Erivo incident might make them remember and signal boost other controversies surrounding the movie that there otherwise might not have been any further reminders of.
I remember when they announced the casting for this, when they announced Ariana Grande as Glinda. Perfect. I was thrilled. And Cynthia Erivo, I was over the moon when I heard that she was cast as Elphaba. I never would have thought they would have gone with her. Like, I hadn't even thought about her. Well, I guess I didn't really think about it much in general, like who they would have cast, but I was very pleasantly surprised when I saw her there. This movie also, this isn't the first time that it's been riddled with controversy or drama. There was a whole thing with Ariana Grande. Should I even talk about this?
Yeah.
Look, if you know, you know.
Now you have to.
So I know now I have to. So she started the movie. She was married when she started the movie, and she is no longer married. She has left her husband, and now she is dating the guy from the movie who plays the Munchkin, Buck. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's the original SpongeBob SquarePants on Broadway. He was the original SpongeBob, and he
sounds
plays a
familiar.
Munchkin in the new Wicked movie. And he and Ariana Grande are together now, but people are calling Ariana a homewrecker because he left his wife for Ariana right after his wife had a baby. I mean, he's the one who left his wife, so I don't know why she's getting all the blame for being a quote unquote homewrecker. And also, allegedly, she was already going to divorce her husband, so she didn't necessarily leave her husband for this guy. But that took over so many of these Wicked headlines for so long. And I really wish that we could just like have this thing that people have been waiting for so long. This show has been such an institution on Broadway for years, right? It's been around for so long, and it's finally coming onto film. So many more people are going to get to experience this show, hopefully in a good way. Hopefully the movies are good. That I really wish that all this drama that's surrounding it just wouldn't be as much of a factor.
It's
You know,
weird.
like
It always seems to be that way, right?
I had no idea about Grande's private life and relations, but thanks to the Streisand effect that Erivo cast upon this movie, there is now a whole new awareness around not just one, but two families falling apart, so Ariana and her new fling that she met on set could be together. I'm sure that's going to play really well with this movie's built-in target audience. But in addition to the general increased awareness around her private life and how that intersects with the movie, Erivo also placed Ariana in a situation where she would have to respond to her attack on the fans. Responding to this is of course a balancing act, because Ariana can't very well speak out against her co-star, nor can she in any way diminish her experience. But she also can't condone what was obviously an extreme overreaction to something that was only ever meant as a tribute from a fan who wanted to see the movie succeed. And so, doing the best balancing act that she could, Ariana spoke out to Variety in an exclusive which reads, Ariana Grande is weighing in on her Wicked co-star Cynthia Erivo's recent slam of fan-edited Wicked posters and AI content. A poster released by Universal was tweaked by a fan to mimic the original Broadway poster by lowering Elphaba's witch hat to cover Erivo's eyes. In addition to the poster, Erivo called out an AI-generated animation that featured the poster morphing into a fight between the two stars as their Wicked characters. For those who might not have seen it, here's that AI. Then Variety brings up Ariana's words. I think it's very complicated, because I find AI so conflicting and troublesome sometimes, but I think it's just kind of such a massive adjustment period, Grande told me, being the Variety reporter, exclusively at the Academy Museum Gala Saturday in Los Angeles. This is something that is so much bigger than us, and the fans are gonna have fun and make their edits. Note how that whole comment was almost exclusively about the AI. Only the final half of the final sentence was actually about the fan-edited poster, and that amounted to fans will have fun and make their fan edits, without condemning them in any way. Variety pressed a bit more though, with their reporter saying, when I suggested that sometimes things can go too far, Grande said, I think so, and I have so much respect for my sister, Cynthia, and I love her so much. It's just a big adjustment period. It's so much stimulation about something that's so much bigger than us. I gotta hand it to Grande, she handled that as well as anyone could have, as she managed to deflect the question and refrain from throwing her co-star under the bus, while also not condoning her uncalled for attack on the fanbase. So well done, Ariana. While her private life may cause some level of bad press, clearly the only real PR problem this movie has is Cynthia Erivo, who single-handedly has turned so many who were hyped for the movie against it. No one ever wanted to erase Cynthia Erivo, and no one had even a hint of ill will towards her in that initial fan art. But after she lashed out the way that she did, that may have changed for the next round of fan art. Maybe it's time to rebrand the Streisand effect. Anyway, do you think Cynthia Erivo may have harmed the movie's chances at the box office? Or do you think the bigger problem will come when audiences discover that, like with The Hobbit 1 decade ago, the filmmakers have added so much extra noise to it that the movie coming soon is in fact part 1 of 2? Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments. And before you go, join me in showing that the Midnight's Edge community can make a real difference, and donate to the charities that matter to you with Bono. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen right now and use my code MIDNIGHT to receive $5 towards your first donation with Bono. That offer is only for the first 50 to sign up though, so sign up now.